YouTube world, my name is Nicholas Montez, and you're watching my YouTube channel, The Teenage Movie Critic, and welcome back to another YouTube channel, everybody. I'm so excited to have you all back together again. And in today's video, we're going to be doing a celebration of cinema review for the 10-year anniversary of the Lego Movie. Now, this is an interesting kind of film because I do love this movie. I remember I did see it about 10 years ago, but I don't really feel like I actually got a good rewatch of it since 5 years ago, back in 2019. And that was also the year when the Lego Movie 2 came out. So I thought it would be a good time to go ahead and review this film. And I thought it was going to be an interesting rewatch. So I was, of course, very excited and to rewatch this beloved classic. So, here are my thoughts on the Lego Movie. So, I think the first thing we gotta talk about here when it comes to the Lego Movie is Phil and Chris Miller. If you don't know who these people are, these are the creators or producers from many, many films. 21 and 22 Jump Street, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. As many of you guys know, they are the producers for the Spider-Verse films, Mitchell's vs. the Machines. I'm pretty sure Puss in Boots too, but I'm just guessing because it has the same animation style as the Spider-Verse films. And then, of course, I'm pretty sure it's from the creators of Ninja Turtles: Mutant Mayhem that came out last year. So, yeah, Chris Miller, the Miller brothers know just how to make great entertainment and great stuff. And when it comes to the story with this film, they crafted a unique story where basically it's about this story where first off, it's in this Lego world. You have a villain that is goofy, but at the same time is kind of frightening, and the way Will Ferrell plays him is so unique. Much more unique than the way he plays kind of like Megamind. And then you have this character of Emmett, who is played by Chris Pratt, who wants to be a somebody and nobody is paying attention to him. And then you have all these other characters with Wild Style, and she's dating Batman. And then you go to this other side of the universe of Lego World. And what's so interesting about it is you have all this fun stuff happening, but you don't realize that all of this stuff is being played by a kid. And the villain happens to be the dad, telling him not to play with the Legos, and realizing... And he finally looks at everything he did when he brought Batman in, when he brought in My Little Pony in. He was creating something unique and interesting, and realizing, I should apologize to my son. I want you to join me. And to me, that's an interesting story that can be emotional. It was a little bit confusing as to how it ties into the Lego world, because in the real world, you can understand it, but in the Lego world, it was a little bit confusing, but I did understand it a good bit. So yeah, the story with this movie is just amazing. So I love the way that they crafted this story. Another thing that I loved about this film is the characters. Of course, you have Emmett played by Chris Pratt. If I'm being honest, I think this is actually the film that put Chris Pratt on the map. You know, to lead him to becoming Star-Lord in the Guardians of the Galaxy films. It led him to become a new major star in the Jurassic World franchise. It also led him to becoming Mario, to play Mario, to play Garfield, to be in these other smaller action films. But this was kind of the role that kind of caught people's eyes. And while the character of Emmett is not the most interesting or, you know, the best character of all time, he is so likable. Chris Pratt is so likable as Emmett. He is so funny. He's so entertaining, and in the way that, because he's a Lego piece. It's so funny in the way he plays the character. Another great character, a Wild Style, also known as Lucy. Her character dynamics with Emmett are also great, and I believe the person that's playing her, Anna Faris, she's also great in the film. You also get Will Arnett as this Lego version of Batman, which I thought was another fun addition. Though I actually like him a lot more in the Lego Batman movie because it's his main film. And then of course the pony character, which I absolutely love. And the fact that like they took this stuff of thinking positive during bad times can turn into an interesting character arc is so interesting that I loved it so much. And then of course you get the villain played by Will Ferrell. He's great. It gives Megamind vibes, but it's okay. I like it. And yeah, it's just fun with a bunch of great characters. Another great thing about this movie is, of course, the animation. And I think when it comes to the animation with this one, it does a lot of things interesting. It's sort of CG, but it's also kind of realistic, as these are Legos. This is like, it's not, and what's so great is that the fact that you actually have a whole movie done by Lego bricks. Like, how is this even possible? And they made it work. Me personally, I would like to see them make other Lego movies where it doesn't have any relations to the real world. It's just its own standalone story in this own standalone world. But at the same time, I would personally like to see what, like the Lego Batman movie, for example, perfect example. You get a fandom that you like. I think the best film to do this with is Spider-Man, but I'm not sure yet because we already have the Spider-Verse films. So maybe this could be like a spin-off of that, since we got that Lego Spider-Man in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, but I don't know. It will be fun to see other Lego movies that are standalone, not set in the real world, but a whole film dedicated by Legos. I would love to see that. And the final thing we'll talk about here is the comedy and soundtrack. When it comes to the comedy, there are so many there is great humor in this film. From Emmett's little jokes, and the fact that like the movie actually ties into the way of the comedy and the way it works, as because they're Legos, they make funny little sounds, and it's funny every single time. It's like boop boop or shh. It's like, it is just so hilarious in the way the characters move, the way the eyes move. It is hilarious, and I love it so much. As for the soundtrack, you got the best song of the movie, Everything is Awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of the team. Everything is awesome when you live a part of a dream. Great movie. Love this film. Happy 10-year anniversary to the Lego movie. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.